Hello Disney friends, and welcome back to Dole Whip a Day, a place where we talk Disney. But not only do we talk Disney, we talk about how Disney can be used as inspiration in your life. As you can see, I am in a different place than usual today. I'm actually in my kitchen, and so today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different type of video. As you guys know, this is the name of this channel is Dole Whip a Day, and in my first video I share the story behind that. So what we're going to be doing today is making 3 different Dole Whip recipes and competing to see which one is the best. And at the end, as a food challenge for myself in recovery, I'm going to try these 3 kinds of Dole Whip and see which one I like the best. So let's get started. Our first Dole Whip recipe comes from Chocolate Covered Katie. Now this recipe, the ingredients are 2 cups of frozen pineapple, and of course I had to get the Dole pineapple chunk. Also 1/4 a cup of any type of milk of your choice, so you can use coconut or almond milk, but I have just regular milk right here. It also calls for 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I get mine in a little canister here. It calls for a pinch of salt, and it also calls for, let's see, 2 tablespoons of sugar. So we're going to combine all the ingredients here in this bowl. Okay, so now I have all the ingredients mixed together here, and I'm going to pour it into a blender. Now the instructions say just to blend all these ingredients together until you get a smooth consistency. So I'm going to hand this over to my wonderful brother here. He wanted me to be sure to tell you guys that he's single.
You do that. Redo that.
No, I'm not going to redo it. Anyway, the blender doesn't really work very well here in our home, so I have to get him to do it for me because he's the only one who can work it. So here we go. Let's blend that Dole Whip together and see what happens.
Ignore my sister, please.
Okay, so now our first Dole Whip recipe from Chocolate Covered Katie is all blended, and we are ready to sample it. I'm going to pour it into this bowl here. Or maybe I'll scrape it into the bowl. Okay, that should be enough to sample. And I'm going to come show it to you guys so you can see the consistency and the color. It is this nice yellow color. Alright, so let's try it. I'm excited. Oh, that's pretty good. It's got an interesting consistency to it. It's not quite as thick as what you get in the parks. But the pineapple flavor is there. Very, very tasty. I give this one 5 stars, guys. Go look at Chocolate Covered Katie's blog and try this one out. So it's a new day. As you can see, I have changed clothes, and I'm super exhausted today. I was working with kids all day long, and as much as I love them, they wear me out. But yes, so today we're going to try our second Dole Whip recipe. Let's get started. This recipe is from Epicurious, and it is slightly different from the recipe that I tried yesterday. This recipe calls for 4 cups of pineapple chunks, 4 those extra 2 chunks in there. This pineapple smells so good when you open the package. I just want to eat it right now. There's 2 cups. Three cups. And I believe I'm going to finish out this package with 4 cups. It also calls for 1 cup of unsweetened coconut milk specifically. So we're going to put this 1 cup in there. I hate coconut. The texture of it is awful. But I think coconut milk I can deal with okay because it's the texture really, not the flavor of coconut that I don't like. And now we're going to, I'm going to try to open this banana the best I can. You know what? I think I did something silly. I froze the banana with the peel on it. And I think that you're supposed to freeze it with it off. But we're going to see if we can make it work anyway. Okay. Guys, I was so silly. I didn't peel the banana before I froze it. So I'm going to have to do another banana. But I'll be back in a few minutes after I freeze that peeled banana. So good news, guys. I was actually able to salvage my banana. As you can see, I had to carve it here on the table, but we did end up saving that banana. So we're going to add the banana to the mixture, along with a pinch of salt. And now I'm going to throw this mixture in the blender, and then we'll be back to taste it. Okay, so after a lot of trial and error, we finally got the Dole Whip blended, and I'm going to tell you, I already like the consistency of this better than the first recipe. It already looks more like Dole Whip to me. I don't know how much you guys can tell on camera, but there it is. And I'm super excited to try this. I'm interested to see what the banana does to the overall flavor of the Dole Whip. Here we go. Oh, this is good. This one isn't as sweet as the first recipe, but it's delicious. I would say that this one is closer to the Parks Dole Whip than that first recipe was. Oh, this is good. Awesome, so let's try the third recipe. So the third recipe should be fantastic because this recipe comes from the actual Dole website. And the ingredients for this recipe are, let me look up the amounts for you real quick. 1 cup of pineapple juice. I couldn't find pineapple juice canned by itself, so I just got pineapple and I'm going to drain the juice out of it. 1 banana, peeled and frozen. It does specify in this recipe. That would have come in handy for the last recipe as well. 2½ teaspoons of powdered sugar. I'm thinking that'll up the sweetness from the last recipe we tried. And then 1/4 to 1/2 a cup of unsweetened coconut beverage. Alright, so it does say to freeze the pineapple juice in an ice cube tray, but my family has a refrigerator that makes ice, so we don't actually have ice cube trays. So I'm going to try using a muffin tin and filling them only about halfway. So I'll let you guys know how that works out. So I'm back. It is the next day. I had to wait for my pineapple juice to freeze. It just wasn't doing it quickly enough last night. So let's get these ingredients combined and then we'll put it in the blender and see what happens. So we're going to do 1 cup of pineapple juice frozen, which is what's in here. We'll see how the muffin tins worked for that. There we go. These are popping out pretty easy. So there's your emergency redneck solution to not having ice cube trays, if you're like me. Okay, so there's that. Then here's a frozen banana. I'm going to cut it into several smaller pieces so it isn't quite so hard to chop up in the blender. Then we need, let's see, 1/4 to 1/2 a cup of unsweetened coconut beverage. So my camera cut off while I was mixing up all the ingredients, and I didn't realize it until after I had already put everything in the blender. So jumping ahead, everything is here in the blender where I just blended it together. I'm going to pour it into this bowl to get ready and sample it. Okay, this is really, really thick. Let me get a spoon. Now this one smells strongly of banana already. I will go ahead and say that. So I don't quite know what to expect in terms of flavor being authentic to the Disney Parks flavor that you get. But we shall see. this recipe did make up quite a bit. Alright. So I'm going to come up towards the camera and show you guys what it looks like. Basically the same as the other two. It's probably not too surprised by that. Alright, now I'm going to taste it. Okay, so this is very, very good. It is, but I think this one should be labeled banana Dole Whip instead of pineapple. It's delicious, but it's definitely got more of a banana flavor than a pineapple flavor. So, if I had to rank these Dole Whips in order of like Disney Parks authenticity, the Dole Whip website would actually come last, followed by the first chocolate covered Katie recipe, and the winner being the Epicurious recipe. If I had to label it in terms of how good it is, I would probably say the Epicurious recipe is at the bottom. It was good, but it wasn't sweet. So there was no sweetness to it, hardly at all. And then I would say chocolate covered Katie, and then I would actually say the Dole Whip recipe wins. So guys, this is our Dole Whip video. Have you ever tried a Dole Whip recipe? Would you like to try one of these recipes? Let me know in the comments below. And we hope to see you again on this channel. Thanks for joining me today. Bye guys.